What's happening, boys? We are back. Trade recap time. So we actually took a break even last night, unfortunately, because it was 100% my fault. It should have been a winning trade. So I'll break it down exactly on why we took this break even right here. So, two trades you could have taken, NASDAQ and USD. Let's quickly go over NASDAQ. So, right here, we had this. So we had a wick out of this mid-level. We pushed all the way down, and then we closed. We had this little retrace, and then we came down. You could have entered when it flipped and gave a little bit of a push. So you could have entered there. Stop loss could have been at the wick of that candle. Take profit, something like, I don't know, something like this. At this liquidity point down here. So, first trade, wick out level, push, close down here, retrace, second push. Would it have been a winner? Yes, it would have been a winner, so easy as. Now, this is the trade that I took. This is the motherfucking trade I took. So, with all the news, as you guys know, that's been coming out with Donald Trump saying the things and then China fucking doing shit behind his back and all the tariff news and all this bullshit, right? So, having this come out with all the tariff news and all that stuff is, it's unpredictable for the markets. So, what we want to do is we want to de-risk the amount that we're actually risking, and we want to have maybe a little bit of a bigger stop loss. I made the mistake of having too much of a bigger stop loss and too much of a take profit. Okay, so my stop loss, I put it all the way down here. We had our second push around here. I put it all the way down here. First mistake. Second mistake, take profit level was at this high. This trade is way too big. On the right side, I have this other trade right here. This is the trade that I should have taken. So, it didn't look that bad. It looked like an all good trade. We had our push. Well, we basically worked out this bottom level. We had a push. We had a very big retrace. And then we had a second push. My stop loss was all the way down here. And you can see the size of my actual trade that I should have taken was the size of the even smaller than the even whole take profit level. So you can see how I went wrong there. Let's remove the trade that I took real quick. And let's add the trade that what we should have taken. Right here. Stop loss should have been way closer. Take profit should have been at this liquidity. If we jump down to the 1 minute time frame. No, we can't see it. But it pushed. Had a very nice pullback. And it gave a second push. It is what it is. Oh, that's a 2 minute. So maybe we can see it on the 1 minute. No, we can't. Can't see it on the 1 minute. So yeah, it would have been something like this. Maybe take profit could have been a little bit bigger. I mean, stop loss could have been a little bit bigger. Maybe like this, or just probably just under level would be fine. Honestly, I don't see that much of a big deal there. And the take profit at this liquidity. So when you take a loss, guys, it's very, very, very important to find out, like, is it bad price action for the strategy today, or was it my fault? Did I fuck up personally, right? And in this case, I did fuck up personally. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But I did one thing. This could have easily been a loss. Easily been a loss. And I'll show you guys exactly why. So, this liquidity point, which should have been our take profit, but in this case, this liquidity point was our break even, right? If we have liquidity, or if we have a fair value gap very close, we have to do stop the break even. It doesn't matter how aggressive it is. It came up here, it came down, I took out a break even because I feel like it's just going to do a liquidity sweep and come down. And what did it do? It did a liquidity sweep and came down. So my idea on the trade was perfect. Me de-risking and me having a bigger size was good because the circumstances we're in. But I tweaked this too much. I tweaked it far too much. This should have been closer and that should have been closer as well. So it is what it is. Break even on the day. At least we avoided a loss from going aggressive to the stop the break even. And hey, at the end of the day, our P&L sheet is still looking fire. We haven't taken a loss in the last 8 days. And last week we had a very, very, very good running week. So, see you boys in the next one. I'll quickly show you what my prop firm account is looking at. We are getting close, but another little free source for you guys. If you get close to passing your prop firm account, don't get excited and don't be like, oh, I could pass it in a day, I could pass it in 2 days, because then you'll get excited and then you want to win and then you'll take losses more to the heart, right? So just be like, look, I'll pass it whenever I pass it. I might go into more drawdown. It is what it is if I do. So you're detached from the actual money point, because if you're like, I can pass soon, if you take a loss, then you're going to be like, shit, now I'm even further away. You take another loss, oh, I'm even further away, and it's just a downward spiral. But you know, the universe has downward spirals, but they also have upward spirals. So, if you're in a mindset like, okay, I can pass it whenever, I don't care, I might take a loss here, I might take a win there, you take a loss, but you don't worry, you know, your emotions don't get attached by it, you know, and then you take a win, and you take another one, you take another one, and you pass the account. But if you're so attached, then you're going to play with your emotions, and we both know playing with your emotions never gets you anywhere. So, before we go, let me get up the broker portfolio, chuck it over here, open that shit up, and we are at 2.3k. So we just need 3k to pass the account. Look, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen on Wednesday, it could happen on Thursday, it could happen a week from now, it could happen 2 weeks from now. That isn't my worry. Passing the account is not my worry. My worry is, am I taking the right trades? Am I managing them right? Are my emotions in check? That's what I worry about. So, I'm going to leave it at that, boys. Made $6.09. A little 69 right there. So, break-even trade. But overall, our trades have been looking pretty nice. So, I'll catch you boys in the next one. I'll catch you boys soon. Peace.